Welcome back everyone, my name is Abdullah Gori, and in this video we will create a responsive drop-down menu bar in HTML and CSS. In this video, I will explain each and everything step by step how you can create a responsive drop-down menu bar in HTML and CSS without using any media query. Let me show you what we are going to design in this video. In this video, we will create this beautiful page. In this page, we have a beautiful responsive drop-down menu bar, and we have a background color. Actually, this is the linear gradient background color. This is the combination of two colors, and I will show you how you can put a background color like this. And on the menu bar we have our logo, which is the official logo of Alpha Technology, and then we have the menu items. Whenever someone hover on any particular item, the background color of that item will be changed. So this will increase the interactivity with user. And let's say any item has the sub items, so in that case it will show the drop down list. So on courses we have sub items, so it will show a drop down list. So this is the menu that we are going to create. Another interesting and amazing thing about this menu is that this is fully responsive menu. So if I increase or decrease the screen size, you can see the content is adjusting their width according to the device width. So that's the responsiveness that we want to achieve on this menu as well. So let's start writing code and create this amazing menu in only HTML and CSS without using any media query. So first of all, I will go and open up the web designing course folder, and here you can see we don't have anything. I will open up this folder with our VS Code, and you can see we got our folder, and here I will create an index.html file. So I will say index.html, and here I will write an exclamation mark and hit enter. You will see we got the basic HTML code. Here I will name the title as responsive drop down menu bar. I will save this file. I will go back in the folder. I will open up the file, and you can see we got the title. Now here I want to create an CSS file as well. Click on our CSS folder. I will click on new file, and here I will name this file as index.css. You can name anything you want. After that, we need to link our CSS file with our HTML file. So I will say link. Our VS Code will automatically autocomplete this code, and here I will say go in the CSS folder, and you will find index.css file. Link that file with this our index.html file. After that, now let's write the structure of our page in HTML, and then we will style the page by using CSS. So here I want to create a container, so I will say container. If you say dot container, it will create automatically a div tag and put a class as container. In the container, I want a class as navbar, so I will say dot navbar. And in the navbar, we have two things. Let me show you. In the navbar, we have two things, a logo and the menu. So I will go in the code again. I will say dot logo. In this, we have the logo, and I will say here I want to apply an image. So I will say img. In the src, I will say go in the images folder, because we have an images folder here, and in the images folder we have logo.png. So I will say go in the images folder and link that logo.png file in this HTML file. As the alternative text, I will say logo. I will save this file, go back in the browser, and if I refresh it, you will see this is the logo that we have. The text of the logo is white, so that's why we are not seeing this, but actually we got our logo here. Now after that, we want our menu and menu items. So I will say dot menu, and you need to remember that we are outside the logo class. So here I will say dot menu. In the menu we have our menu items. So I will create another class which will be our dot menu items class. And in the menu items class, we will have an anchor tag, because somewhere you want to link these menu items. So I will put hash, because for now I don't want to link them. But if you want to link them, put the address of the page. The items or the menu will be linked to that particular page. I will copy this 5 times, and here we have 5 items is home. After that we have about, we have blog, we have courses, and we have contact. For now, let's say this is our HTML, and let's go in CSS to style this HTML. If I go in the page and if I show you the output, this is the output that we are getting for now. Now let's style them. Here I will say star padding, star, and I will say padding 0, and I will say margin 0, so it will remove the by default padding and margin. After that, I will target our container class. Let me split the window so you can see what I am doing. So here we have the container class, and we want to target that container class. So I will say dot container, and in the container class I want to give the height of 100 VH. It means it will reserve the full screen height. If I go and apply any background color like aqua, you can see it is reserving the full height. But what if you want to apply the combination of two colors? For that you need to use background image instead of background color, and here you need to put linear gradient function, and in the linear gradient you need to put the name of the colors. So in our case I want to apply the color which is hash, and the code of the color is 9816CF. So this will be our first color, and the second color is hash because we are writing in hexadecimal code, so 5567F8. So if I go back in the browser and see, you can see we got this color on our page. Now after that, let's style our nav bar. So on the nav bar you can see the items are below the logo, but we want it right hand side of the logo. So for that I will go in our CSS file, and here I will say dot navbar. I will target the navbar class. I will say background color of that navbar should be hash 3333 and 33. This will be a bit dark color, you can see. And after that, what I want to apply the height as 10 VH. You can see it only get 10 view height, and I want to make it display flex. If I say display flex, the menu item will be go on the right hand side. So that's all that we will do here. After that, I want to set our logo. So you can see in the logo we have an image, but this image is on the top, but we want to make it on the center. So I will say dot logo, and in the logo I want to make it display flex. So flexbox will be used everywhere. So if I say display flex, you can see it becomes stretch. We don't want them, we want to make them vertically centered. So for that I will say align item center. It will make this vertically centered, and I want to give the padding left of 20 pixels, so it will get a bit spacing from the left hand side. So that's all for our logo class. And after that I want to target our menu class. So I will say dot menu, and here I will say display flex. If I go back in the browser, you can see they all will become in one row because by default the direction of the flexbox is row. I will go in our logo class. I will say flex1. You can see it will get a lot of space because on the menu we haven't applied any flex, and I want to provide the flex2 here. So now you can see the menu will reserve 2 times more space than our logo class. So that's we want to apply. Now after that I want to target our anchor tag. You can see we have an underline there, and also the text color is blue. We don't want that blue, we want to make the text color as white. So for that I can target the whole anchor tag, or you can target any specific tag, but for now I want to just target the anchor tag, and here I will say text decoration none. So if I say text decoration none, if I save and refresh it, you can see the underline will removed. I want to change the color as white, so I will say color hash triple F, it become white, and I want to apply the font weight is bold, so it becomes bold as well. After that, it's time to target our menu items class. So I will say dot menu items. In the menu items, the first thing that we want to spread all the items to the whole width. So for that, we will say flex 1. You can see they all got spreaded. After that, I want to align them center, so I will say text align center, so this text will be centered. To make them vertically center, this time we will use line height. So you know that the navbar height is 10 view height, and if you apply the same height to the line height of any text, they will become in the center. So I will say line height 10 view height, they will become in the center. Another thing that I want is that I want to apply the font size, not font weight. I want to apply the font size in 1.1 rem. If I go back and save and refresh it, you can see it become a bit larger. So 1 rem is 16 pixel, 1.1 rem is more than 16 pixel. Now if I hover on this, the cursor is by default cursor, but we want a hand there. For that we say cursor pointer. If I go and refresh it, you can see when I hover on this, it become a pointer. Okay. Now after that, we want that when someone hover on our item, the color of the item should be changed. So I will say dot menu items hover. When someone hover on that, the background color should become this one. So if I go and refresh it, you can see the background color is changing. Now let's talk about how we can apply the drop down. For that, we need to go again in our HTML. After the courses, we want to show the drop down here. So I will create a class called submenu, or you can say drop down. And here I want to put the same menu item class. So for that, I will say in the submenu, I want the same menu item class. I want the same styling. I want same anchor tag, and I will put hash because I don't want to link to any particular page. Here I will say HTML5. Let me copy these items. I will say CSS3, and the third item will be JavaScript. So if I save and go back and refresh it, you can see we got this one, but we are not getting the background color. So for that, I will go in our CSS file. Here in the menu item, I will put the background color as well. So I will say background color hash 333. You can see we got that color as well. So we got this one. But the problem is that we only want that this drop down will only appear when I hover on these courses. Other than that, it will disappear automatically. For that, we need to use CSS. So I will say dot submenu display none. If I say display none, you can see this will disappear. But we want to make them appear when I hover on courses. So I will say dot menu items. When someone hover on menu items, what should happen? Now this time the style should affect on our submenu. So we say greater than sign because we want to apply the styling on submenu. So we say greater than dot submenu. It means when someone hover on the menu items class, the effect should be applied on dot submenu class. And what is the effect that we want to apply? As you know, we will say display block, so they will appear again. So if I refresh it, if I hover on any item, it will not appear, but if I hover on the courses item, you can see it will show the drop down here. So that's how you can create this beautiful responsive drop down menu bar using HTML and CSS without using any media query. And if I grow and shrink the screen size, you can see this is perfectly and 100% responsive. So that's how you can create a responsive drop down menu bar in HTML and CSS without using media query, but with the help of Flexworks. So that's all from this video. If you like this video, hit the like button. If you have any question or suggestion, you can comment down below. Do share this video with your friends so they can learn as well. And in the future, I will upload a full video on how you can create a complete website by using only HTML and CSS. So if you don't want to miss those videos, make sure to subscribe our channel and press the bell icon so you get notification whenever we upload any new video to our channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.